are going to add in an image into the space provided here, and we are going to make sure it's responsive, and we're also going to resize the page to ensure that it fits. So the first thing we're going to do is find an image that we need, which obviously you'll need to save then into your folder, and also make sure you put it into your asset log. Now once you've found an image, make sure you're selected on the actual container, click the insert, make sure you're on HTML, and we're going to go down to image. Now once you've done that, because I've already selected this container, I am going to nest it. So we click on nest, and then we choose the image that we want. Okay, so as you can see, we've added this image in, but it is now a little bit too big because it's spanning the entire size that it should be. So what we're going to do is click on the three dots here, and we're going to make it responsive to make sure it shrinks down into the correct size. Whenever you're using an image, just remember to make sure you add an alt tag in, because this then helps for the disability side of things on the website. So you can put a description of the image here. Now, if you can't see the alt here, normally the alt will be at the bottom, providing you've got the properties turned on. Now, because this image is responsive, what it means is that it will grow and shrink to the size that we need. So if we just preview in Firefox very quickly, let's just save this. What you'll find is the website then will load, and you can see it's perfectly aligned. As you can see, the text is here and the image is here. Now, if we try to resize this page for whatever reason, let's just move it in down here. You can see that the image then will actually span and then resize into the area that we need, which is exactly spot on. Now, sometimes what can happen is the image might be a little bit small. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to modify this now just to show you what might happen with some images. So with some images, when you use a smaller type of image, what happens is when you then try to resize the image, so as you can see here, so at this current point there, it looks okay. But then when we resize the page, sometimes small images will do this. They will basically be very small when the website is resized. Now, obviously, we don't really want that. So what we'd prefer is this image be the full width of the page until it shrinks down again to be small enough. So what we can do with this is we can manually force the image. So if you click on the image and then change the size here, so I'm going to put it back up to 1024 of what it originally was, but you can also go bigger. What it'll do is it'll stretch the image out. Now, there is a limit to this. Obviously, when you are stretching an image, it is going to have an adverse effect on quality if you are stretching a lot. So let's just save this now very quickly, and let's bring it back over here. So as you can see, in a normal view, the image is fine. It is on the side here, and if we then resize it, you can see now the image is resized beautifully, and it actually fits the width of the page up until a point that it snaps back into the normal view that we want. Okay, and it'll also then shrink back down to however small we need the window. And that's called using a responsive design. So it responds to the size of our browser window.